MASN's coverage of the 2023 winter meetings is brought to you by your Baltimore area Toyota dealers. For legendary safety and reliability, choose Toyota, and let's go places. Well, a pleasure to be joined, as always, by Orioles Executive Vice President and General Manager Mike Elias. Mike, obviously a busy day for you and the Orioles. What can you tell us about Craig Kimbrel?
Well, I think Craig Kimbrel's resume speaks for itself. This is a player that's on a Hall of Fame track, one of the all-time leaders in saves. For us, with a very talented and very deep and pretty diverse bullpen from the left and right side, different types of pitchers, different styles. It was important for us to find somebody to help replace Felix Bautista with back-end experience that is capable against left-handed hitters, capable against right-handed hitters, kind of knows the drill in the ninth inning, and there's nobody better at that than a guy like Craig. So it was somebody that we were very focused on as a fit since the beginning of the opening of free agency, and we've been working on this deal since really the beginning of free agency at the beginning of November, because we think that it's kind of the right fit at the right time, plugs a hole on the team, helps bring back some veteran mentorship that we're losing right now, with some of the guys that are gone from last year. And I think it'll be cool to have that in the bullpen because we've got a young bullpen.
You didn't make it just under the wire, but it was getting a little bit late in the meetings. But you can't rush the biggest free agent signing of these winter meetings. Congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you.
When did this really pick up steam where you thought there was a good chance you could get this done before heading home?
We tried to close it down before the winter meetings, and we were able. Actually, it was Monday when we made an agreement, and then it takes a couple of days for the player to travel. I'm sorry, it was Tuesday when we made an agreement. It takes a couple of days for the player to travel and do his physical. It was Monday, Roch. It's been a long week here in the biodome of the Grand Opry Hotel, where you're not allowed outside, and
right.
Yeah. So
just keep pumping in the air.
So it was Monday night. We got Craig on a flight to get a physical. He lives here in Nashville. And, so I think that's he wants to help a team win a World Series. He's a competitor. He loves the ninth inning. So he was really attracted. He wanted to be part of the Orioles. He was pretty clear about that we were the type of team he was looking for. And, I think it's a good fit for him and his young family. And, we hope it works out really, really well. But we wanted to get the deal kind of done so that we could focus on our other talks, whether those are free agent, but mostly trade stuff that we're just kind of doing the work of exploring. And it was good timing because it enabled us to do all that with the rest of the meetings.
Now, you mentioned that he loves the ninth inning. Obviously, given his track record and your positional need, do you think he slots into that ninth inning closer role for you?
Yeah, that's the plan. I mean, we signed him to be the closer. Obviously, a season has its twists and turns, and there'll be games where he needs to come in and face the heart of the order or something. That's up to Brandon Hyde. I'm sure it'll look that way at times, but we brought him in to be the closer, and that's the plan.
It seems like this has the potential to be a really deep unit, especially if Dylan Tate is healthy again. If Tyler Wells and or D.L. Hall end up in the pen, are you done with the reliever market, or could you still bring in somebody else?
I think depending on what happens the rest of the offseason, there's paths where we go, hey, you know what? The best opportunities remaining is let's get another reliever. I think we could. I could see that happening, but we'll probably pivot now, having at least one strong reliever in the fold towards other positional or starting pitching pursuits and press the gas on some of those explorations. But we'll be keeping an eye on opportunities in the reliever department because, there's always kind of room for more good relievers, but we don't want to overcrowd it. We don't want to lose flexibility in our bullpen. So it's going to have to be somebody that I think presents a pretty good upgrade over the rest of our group.
And it seems like a move, potentially down the line in the starting rotation might bump maybe a Tyler Wells or a D.L. Hall kind of into that bullpen move. Do you think that could kind of be how the bullpen shakes out there?
I think that'll be a good problem to have if we're looking at taking some of our starter capable guys and putting them into the bullpen, just because of the nature of health and pitching. But it's nice that we have a couple of guys that have been starters or are continuing to be groomed at starters, but they've also shown they can do it in the big leagues as relievers. So I don't have a crystal ball with how all that's going to shake out, but it's a question that won't be answered until the last day of spring training.
And no room for a Rule 5 reliever?
We had a couple of picks that we were considering, but they went really early in the Rule 5 draft, and we weren't surprised with that. And I was not aware that it was our first pass since 2005. So we'll consider that something of a milestone for the franchise, and we'll keep a couple of roster spots open as a result.
I thought maybe if one more team had passed, that maybe then you would have made a selection. There were only 10 selections made in that round, which is the lowest I can remember in a long time.
Yeah, we were picking 29th, just us and the Braves down there for the two best records. So, we were looking up in the Rule 5 draft, and nobody got to us.
Now, coming into winter meetings, you had said that the two primary focuses were going to be, looking at a starting pitching upgrade potentially and the bullpen role here. Is it safe to say that kind of moving forward, the focus is going to shift to the starting pitching side of things?
Well, we made a lot of progress. A lot of these, when you make progress in talks, it's not you're getting closer to a deal. Sometimes it's ruling out possibilities and ruling in others and just navigating the maze of all these possibilities that are out there. It requires a lot of communication to even understand what's a live ball. And we got a lot of that done here, and the meetings do kind of speed that up. As I was saying, kind of getting the Kimbrel thing done on Monday night enabled us to focus on those conversations. So we definitely feel a lot smarter about what possibilities are out there for starting pitching, particularly in the trade market. But we got a lot of work left to do to see if we're going to be able to bring anything home.
Would you still really prefer a 1 or a 2, somebody like that, for slotting the rotation? Or would you, like a settle might not be the right word, but maybe say, all right, well, then let's try to fortify the back end of the rotation?
Well, I think everybody, would rather have a 1 starter than a 2 starter and a 2 starter than a 3, generically speaking. But I think we're in a position where we have 2 really interesting guys in Grayson and Bradish coming back that have the potential to continue pitching like frontline starters. And, I think if we're able to upgrade the 3rd or the 4th spot in the rotation instead, that would just as well, present a pretty good upgrade and stability to the rotation. I think we're in a little different mode than we were last year where, we signed Kyle Gibson, we traded Cole Irvin. We were kind of focused on fortifying, the back end of the rotation and getting some really experienced quality innings eaters, and that's still something that we value, but probably a little bit less of a mission right now than it was this time last year.
Well, a lot of excitement around the Orioles here at winter meetings in Nashville. Orioles Executive Vice President and General Manager Mike Elias, thanks so much for the time.
Thanks,
really
guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.